JP, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
What's the deal with Eastside Dave? Where's Eastside Dave? I love that guy.
Well, luckily, this Poe thing should take some of the heat off Eastside Dave. I know that I don't think that he's fired. Earl, what is his status right now? Still in review?
Still in review. He's kind of like on the the restricted list.
Right, he's on restricted.
Kind of like the disabled list, if you want to call it that.
I will say this, though, and I never thought I would say this, but yesterday during the show, I missed Eastside Dave.
He has a madness to him.
Well, I'm going to tell you why, Fez. I'm glad you asked, but I will now tell you why. With you, I can't yell at you. You're my Fezzy.
Aw, thanks.
You're my Fezzy. Your eyes well up in a heartbeat. We can't even have an argument/discussion. You know what I mean? Like, I can't start yelling at you, no, the 93 Phillies were better. Because you confuse that kind of passion in a discussion as an attack, and I never want to raise my voice to you. Earl, he's the yes dog, same exact thing. Both of you guys are here to please. Can't happen. So I never get to show any emotion at all. With Eastside Dave, if I start yelling, he keeps smiling along like he's Gomer Pyle. And I get to really release a lot of aggression. I can scream at him like I'm Sergeant Carter, and it doesn't bother him in the slightest. He doesn't even take it personal.
Well, he can also hang on to a dumb idea like a dog on a bone. He will take anything stupid that comes out of his mouth and just cling to it.
That's true. He doesn't have anything but dumb ideas. So I do have hopes that he makes it through. I really do. Although what he did was pretty bad. Especially after he was told, do not harass people, not listeners. Do not use your thing as phone screeners to get home numbers. Bad. Red-headed bad.
That's the problem with them. Things don't go in the thick skull the first time. Hopefully the second or third.
Scott, you're on Ron and Fez.
Especially after he was... Hey, Ron, Fez. I just want to say, we all know Dave's a fuck-up.
Right.
But you got to keep him around. We love to hate him. You love to hate him.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know that until yesterday. But I had no...
Everybody's got to have somebody to hate.
Yeah, I had nowhere to put my hate. I can't give it to Fezzy. He doesn't want it. I can't give it to Earl. No deal there. I need somebody I can raise my voice with every once in a while. And yell, are you insane?
He's just got a hate magnet to him. It may be part of his genes, his genetic makeup.
It's part of his charm.
You think so?
It definitely is part of his charm. It is fun sometimes to have those kind of arguments. You just can't constantly be worrying about being pleasant. I don't want to be pleasant anymore. I'm tired of being pleasant. I'll tell you what's pleasant. We got Allison Bales coming in from IFC a little later on in the show today. She's adorable.
She's the host of At the IFC Center on IFC.
And she wants you to plug something, Fez, for her today, and that's Fabulous, the story of queer cinema.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, that's all part of the summer of IFC going on.
They may even want you to host it.
No way. I'm in.
Yeah, no kidding. Here's Eric. Eric, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, hey, Ronnie, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah.
How you doing there, Fezzy, Earl? Hey, I was just curious. I want to know what name gets more under your skin, Ronnie. Is it Eastside Dave or Mitch Williams?
So you say you're fucking bugging me a little bit. You know, why bring up the wild? It's a hot day. Are we going to bring up the wild thing? I just went at it in the street with a Brewer fan, eventually buying him an ice cream cone. So you never know what's going to happen around here. Now, Eastside Dave, love him or hate him, he does serve his purpose, though. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Listen, Dave should be fired. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You could always find another imbecile. Just get rid of him.
Well, there is, you know, if you look over the past that Fezzy and I have, that Eastside Dave chair has been a revolving one. And we've gone through literally tons of people.
That's a chair that never gets warm around here. No one sits in it long enough to heat it up.
Do you think he's the best we've ever had, though?
I think he's the best in that chair, yeah. I totally think so.
Over like an Al Dukes for the guy that you love to hate?
Oh, boy. I still love to hate Al.
So you feel both ways. You feel strongly both ways. Well, we had Billy in that position who was just fabulous. You could tee off on him. Wonder Boy, people actually hated to hate him. Harry was a quick love to hate and then hate to hate. And then he started to hate himself and needed some time off. So it is an odd chair. It really is. Here's Doug. Doug, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I vote that we have the listeners now as part of Team Watley to stand in for Dave.
All right, so it'll be the callers?
Yeah, the callers are, the collective callers are now part of Team Watley until either Dave's replacement or maybe, Fez can keep them if we're doing a good job.
All right, there you go. The callers will now be graded. Fez, it'll be up to you to keep them in line.
Is there any way to get Dave back instead of the callers on Team Watley?
You haven't heard him yet. Why are you being so negative?
I don't have a good feeling about the callers being part of Team Watley.
All right, well, we'll cut that one out then. But, Earl, what about for you today? You missing your boy?
Yeah, I kind of miss a guy to scream at every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know me, I never raise my voice.
You and Dave fight like sisters. You really do. You honestly, I see you guys scrapping and going forth back there all the time.
Kind of like that whole, using a Full Metal Jacket reference, I'm Joker to his Gomer Pyle, where you just tell him something and he does the exact opposite.
So you honestly see yourself as the top in this little S&M group.
No, I'm not involved
Earl
in
is
S&M.
finally the cool kid after all these years.
And he found a jelly donut in Eastside Dave's Foot Locker.
Momo, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Hey.
Fez, I got to tell you, I love you, and I just love the work you do on American Dad.
Not on American Dad, not getting that one. Never watched the show, actually.
Oh, well, you got to watch it. I thought you did the character for Roger. But anyway, I got to say, I got a man crush on Jimmy, but I got to say that I think maybe the reason that he's always on with a hot chick on Jay's show is that Jay likes to do a study in contrast.
Oh, Jay would just have to have himself there for the study in contrast.
Well, there you go.
No matter who he's got on, it's always Beauty and the Beast on that show. Jimmy, was that his third time doing the Tonight Show?
Yeah.
Very, very strong. Very, very strong. Here is Mark. Mark, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
You can't fire Eastside Dave because then you got to fire Roberto, and I love Roberto. How about just keeping Eastside Dave as Roberto for full time? We just don't even have to hear from Eastside Dave.
Roberto, we haven't even seen since the kidnapping. It's been quite some time since Roberto's been on our life. Hey, Fez, what is the game here right now?
Right now we're looking at the Netherlands versus the Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. Now, what did they do last time out?
I think they lost to Argentina the first time out.
Yeah, so they need a win today, right?
Yeah, totally.
And tomorrow is must-win Saturday for the United States of America. If we don't win, we're going to be out. And we're playing one of the toughest teams out there, Italy. It doesn't look good for us. Just very, it's our fourth or fifth best sport. I'd like to just point that out to the world. There's so many sports we do better. Many, many other sports.
If we can't win the whole thing, you'd at least like to advance, have some pride in it. You don't want to end up getting bounced out like a Trinidad and Tobago.
What?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Dennis, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, good afternoon. I was thinking if you threw pencils or pens at Dave once a day, and maybe, keep him in line a little bit. That seemed to work for a little while.
I do miss that. I do miss hitting him with stuff. It was always fun.
The studio's been cleaner, though. Less pens and pencils to pick up.
If he didn't have a hotline, I don't know what he was doing over there. Whether he was doing heavy breathing, whether he was threatening people. I don't know. I've stayed out of the situation. But he has got himself in a little heat. Last night, basketball, the Mavericks just do not show up. They just gave away a big win, and now it's tied up 2-2 against the Miami Heat.
Yeah, Heat 98-74 winners over the Mavs last night.
And I'm going to tell you the truth, Fuzzy, it wasn't even that close. Did you watch the game last night?
I watched, the end of it, which, by the time I turned it on, it had already been decided.
You're one of those guys, so I'm going to turn in the last 2 minutes of the game.
Well, I turned it on when, I guess, the Mavs started to mount some sort of comeback, and they got it, within 8, And I thought, okay, here's where the Heat choke in this one and give up a win at home. No, then the dominance just kicked in.
Bruce, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie, you definitely got to fire Eastside Dave. That fucker never sent me my big-ass prize.
What were you supposed to be getting?
I was supposed to get a Napoleon Dynamite Platinum DVD about a month and a half ago or so.
All right, hold on. I'm going to have one of the interns talk to you. I think RonFez.net is doing a Name the Intern contest. Are they not, Earl? Is that something they have going on?
Yeah, they always have something to christen in the new interns.
They always do?
Yeah, they always, excuse me, they always have.
This is the first I've ever heard about it.
Yeah, they always try to tag the interns in some way, you know, like thing 1, thing 2, or...
They didn't fucking do that. We did that. They've never named an intern yet. It's never happened. We've named every intern up to this point.
These interns need names because I don't even know their real names. So far, they're just Buddy and Pal.
Well, they're studying, Fezzy. They're getting everything together. They're coming in under the radar and working hard. They've got their nose to the grind. These kids here, it's the fucking future of radio. We are looking through the window at the future of radio right now.
They're still in that nice mode where they get out of my way when I come walking through. They kind of duck into a cubicle.
Greg, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Hey, is it safe to say that Earl is missing his whipping boy?
I do feel like it's that way, and it's starting to... Now the focus is coming back to Earl, where you just saw him try to make up a lie about RonFez.net, that doesn't happen all the time, and I know for a fact they didn't name Thing 1 and Thing 2, so this is, I thought, was a new thing.
No, I didn't say it was... They did do that. I was just as for an example.
You say this. They do this every time the interns come in.
Maybe my words got mixed up again, but I didn't mean that at all.
You need Eastside Dave back, Earl.
You need something.
I thought I never hear that.
You're lying like a son of a bitch over there today.
No, I never thought I was like
You never go online. You haven't even seen this thing, have you?
No, I went on it yesterday.
All right, well then, what's this about that I'm talking about?
I don't know, like off the top of my head, but I went on it yesterday.
Did you read this part?
No, I did not.
Then wouldn't that have been easier right up fucking front to say, Ron, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even understand you.
I've seen it, but I haven't looked
you haven't seen
into it.
You haven't seen a damn thing.
What? I just went on the site yesterday.
You're for me right now, you're the new Eastside Dave. I'll get him a red wig so I know exactly what I'm looking at all times.
That is going to be the craziest looking thing ever.
I hate when people, when you bring up something to them and they don't know, but they play off like they do. Like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, I couldn't believe that game. It's unbelievable. Did you see it? No, not that game itself. But games I have seen before. Sometime in the past I have witnessed a game.
Earl hasn't checked that out on RonFez.net. He just stops at the homepage to see the Smoke Pants prototype.
Matt, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies. Hey, I just wanted to say I think we ought to move Bronx Johnny over to Team Watley because Team Bennington's a little too dark.
I haven't seen Bronx Johnny today. Is he not in?
He was supposed to be in today. He had to do the Yankee game yesterday.
Yeah, so where is he today?
He was supposed to be here today. I haven't seen him yet.
He's got an Ecuador World Cup hangover is where he's at, I bet.
I was watching a thing on today. The Ecuador, the little country, is going batshit insane. They are so happy, so ecstatic. They're shooting guns off in the air. They're turning cars over, lighting on fire. They've run into whatever their capital that they have, and they're rubbing chicken blood all over. It's just a beautiful thing to see a country celebrate like that. All right, look at the Ivory Coast. It looks like they have an elderly team. Everybody on their team looks like Grady.
That's where the ivory part comes in. The white hair on them.
All right, here's a kick. Here we go. Score! Ivory Coast goes down. That's rough for you, huh, Earl?
Yeah.
1-0.
And now he's talking smack to the crowd.
Why wouldn't he?
What are they going to do, invade? They're the Ivory Coast.
The what?
The Ivory Coast.
Oh. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Travel day? Did you say travel day?
Go ahead, Radio Shark, do your bit.
Train? What are you going to do, camp out in the station when you get there? Are you going by way of Berlin?
And what's Wednesday going to be?
Wednesday, I believe, is another travel day. I believe that we're going to do one show in D.C. and on either side of it, travel days.
And then why don't you take Thursday off as a recuperation day from that train lag you're going to be suffering?
You think we can get it?
Wait, I want you to know something, Shark. You're acting like I set this up. Take
Friday off, day off too, because it's a holy day. It's a pre-holy day to St. John the Baptist Day.
I had no idea. All right, that's on there. But
I want a refund. I want a refund.
All we are is employees, and when it shows up, we follow along, and that's what we do. We have to follow instructions.
He just yelled out Paterno instead of Panero, like he's yelling at the Penn State coach.
Sean, you're on Run of Fez.
Buddies.
Hey.
Yep, it's John from New York. You know, I'm glad you're talking about Ecuador and Jimmy Norton and touching on some current things, because when I first tuned in, I thought I was listening to a best of Fire Eastside Dave over and over and over again. I mean, this guy is the worst employee since, dare I say it, Al Dukes or even Billy Staples. He makes these guys look like golden radio.
Al Dukes has moved himself up very, very high in the world. As a matter of fact, I got a email from Al Dukes that he listens to us every day. He tapes us and listens to us on the way in, and was very excited to hear about John Mayer. Billy managed to retire early. This guy had worked so hard that he was able to get what all of us have dreamt about, an early retirement.
Well, he's always been a guy of luxury, that Billy Staples. That's been his goal, to be able to kick his feet up.
Well, he pulled it off. Here's Phil. Phil, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, yeah, I think Team Watley could pick up a mid-season acquisition of Crazy Jen. What do you think of that?
Crazy Jen is showing up, right? Fez in D.C.?
Yep, she's going to be on the Run of Fez show Tuesday and debuting a new act for everybody.
Now, you know something about this act.
Yes, because I've been mentoring her, and now when we email back and forth, she doesn't even call me Fez anymore. Now it's just Mentor is what she calls me. Kind of like that old Shazam show on Saturday morning where Billy Batson's mentor was just named Mentor.
Why don't you get a trailer and you and her travel around the countryside, try to solve crimes?
We pull off the road when we need to talk to the gods.
Hey, Joe, you're on Run of Fez. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Ronnie, Earl's breaking my heart here, man. I thought I'd never say this, but I think he's parlaying points over to Team Watley. I think he should have ruled with an iron fist over Dave. All the callers seem to miss it. I'm kind of indifferent. I don't really care. But if Earl has dragged him out behind the building like he should have, he's snooping around with Bronx Johnny and snooping around with Earl's emails, just too much free reign, If everybody likes the guy and misses him, that's points for Team Watley, man.
Goal! Now it's 2-zip. Ivory Coast is down.
The Netherlands just killing them, which is amazing considering they play soccer in those wooden shoes.
I watched Argentina just romp 6-0 today. Now it looks like we're going to have another 6-0 romp. Look at you and your stupid orange clothes. Like a fucking Halloween gone berserk.
You'd like to call them the Orange Balls of Failure, but they're winning.
Here's the real producer of the Ron and Fez show, Mikey Boy. Hey, Mikey Boy.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to call and clarify about this Name the Intern contest on ronfez.net.
Yeah.
It's not actually something to name the new interns. It was a bunch of facts about the old interns. You had to try and figure out who they were, and that ended yesterday.
So everything that Earl told me was a lie?
Yeah, it was incorrect. And also, I don't think we've ever done a contest to name the interns before. You've had callers do it, but
right.
On ronfez.net.
Earl, what do you say to this?
I'm sorry.
Who are you saying you're sorry to?
You.
What about to the XM listener?
I'm terribly sorry to the XM listener.
And the Mikey Boy for misrepresenting ronfez.net.
I'm terribly sorry, Mikey Boy. I
why did you just try to lie your way through, Earl? What happened?
I'm lying. I misinterpreted.
So you knew what it was, you just got it confused.
I got very confused.
You didn't know what it was, you're still lying. What you could have easily have said is, I did not see it, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I saw the thread and, yes, I misinterpreted it.
Mikey Boy, is he still lying?
Actually, I can't hear Earl at all over the phone. So
I can't hear him either. and I'm sitting 15 feet away from him and have headphones on. But he's mumbling, and he's just acting like he doesn't want to be here.
What? I said I misinterpreted.
What?
Mikey boy, I'd say run a contest on runfez.net to rename Earl, but I think Liar Tuck would automatically win.
All right, Mikey boy, I want to thank you and Quinn for the other day, too. You guys are the coolest.
Oh, no problem. Anytime.
Talk to you later, my friend.
See you guys.
We'll see.
Earl, that was...
I'm sorry. I was just going to say we'll see him Tuesday in D.C.
Earl, that's embarrassing to hear you do that.
Yes, I was highly misinformed, and I'm terribly sorry.
You weren't misinformed. You're the only person. Misinformed meant you got bad information. You didn't get bad information.
That is true.
You made up a story because you wanted to look like you were on top of things.
I misread the thread, yes.
You did not misread the fucking thread. You were not on that thread.
Oh,
you did not fucking see it, and then your story was, they do this all the time.
No, I said...
And then I had to tell you that they don't, and then Mikey Boy had to tell you that they don't. Why can't you just say, for one fucking second, I made something up to try to get over, and then we move over, and no harm is done?
Yes, I made something up. I made it up.
So you were also lying, too, about the misread. So you were lying right up until a second ago.
I saw the thread.
You didn't see the thread.
Yes, I did.
Did you read it?
No, I didn't.
Then you didn't misread it. You didn't read it.
I saw the thread and assumed something. I was wrong. I'm never stopped saying I was wrong. I'm sorry.
You did not assume it just for now. You assumed it for all the way into the past. As this has been happening for decades.
Where have I heard this type of argument before? Oh, yes, weapons of mass destruction. I misinterpreted. I got bad info.
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Are you sorry enough, though, Earl?
I can't be sorry. I'm really sorry.
I am not sorry that you were misinformed or misread, but the fact that just this wall of lies that you keep building up one after another, and it's just a symptom for what happens around here all the time, Earl. It's just constant, 100% of the time lying.
And he's not sorry. He's sorry that he got caught. There's no sincerity in his apology. That's the only thing he's sorry about.
All right, Earl. This is just me trying to show you that we need Eastside Dave. What I'm doing was just a little example. This is what your life could be like if we don't have a whipping boy. You become the whipping boy, and then Fez whips over to my side. All of a sudden he's like, hey, someone's being whipped. So he comes over to my side, and it's you. You have now got to use your lying powers to get Eastside Dave back.
I tried to and failed miserably, actually.
Because you're seconds away from breaking something. I saw it when you started to scream. You're seconds away from snapping, Earl, and breaking headphones. I can tell that it's happening.
I'm trying to control my temper, that's all.
The whole staff's going to end up under review.
I do not want to do the 30 days again.
30 days in the hole, brother. 30 days in the hole.
Made 30 long ones, too.
Have mercy. Bill, you're on Run of Fez.
Yeah, I miss Honest Earl, but I want to welcome Westside Earl. See ya.
See you later. Westside Earl, you want that to be your new handle?
No, not at all.
They can do a contest on runfez.net if you want.
As they've done so many times in the past. Yet another contest! Renaming the interns. That's what we do. Look how pissed he is. He's just fucking furious. He's just next to himself angry. Trucker J, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Earl sounds just like his buddy William Jefferson Clinton. He just wags his finger and says, I didn't recall that. I didn't do it. He just needs to pull that Jedi mind trick and admit that he doesn't want to lie. I mean, he's a good old liberal. Liberals always lie.
I'm a moderate, sir.
Just like John Kerry. We were misled on those weapons of mass destruction. I was misled. I made a mistake.
You done, Trucker J? There you go. Earl, do you feel like you were Clintonian in your cover-up?
There was elements of Clinton, and he is my favorite president.
Sure, why wouldn't he be? I hear you say that you're a moderate?
Yes.
Since when? Moderate on what? What are you're for partial abortion? What are you moderate about?
No, there's just some things I don't think anyone's
Give me one thing that you're conservative about. I never heard.
Abortion. I'm against it.
You're against abortion?
Yes.
Luckily, you don't fuck chicks, so you're doing your best. You're doing your best. Did you ever get a woman pregnant?
Yeah.
No.
Then you definitely don't fuck, because there's no way you can get to your age, have a steady career of fucking, and not knock up at least one woman. No matter how careful you are, you're going to get one pregnant.
I'm not that good.
To what? Get it inside? You're leaving it on the tape?
No, knocking
You mean
someone,
your aim?
No, knocking someone up, that's all.
Anthony, you're on Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Hey.
Now that Eastside Dave's out, how about we bring back the Pooh?
Joe Pooh. Have you talked to him, Fez?
No, I haven't talked to Joe Pooh in years. I have no idea what's going on with the Pooh.
Why don't you get him? Get him in here.
Activate the Pooh.
And maybe he takes care of Eastside Dave. You and Joe Pooh had the blowout, right?
Yeah. I got really pissed at Joe Pooh when he was still working with the show.
Right.
And, and then...
What happened?
It was one of those things where trying to help Joe Pooh and didn't take my advice. And I got really pissed at trying to help him and haven't talked to him since he went out the door.
He had one of the greatest lines of all time, I eat my own poo. And then his son, I drink my own pee. So between the two of them, they were like superheroes. What advice were you giving them? To eat something besides poo? That's the whole fucking act. What advice went down?
I was trying to get him going on some sort of work ethic, and it was just not happening. He was still just sitting around in a big pile of poo.
Yeah. Well,
and I reached the end of my rope with him.
But have we ever had anybody better since then?
Oh, yeah, we've had people better than Joe Pooh.
Who?
I think Eastside Dave is better than Joe Pooh.
Am I the only one that remembers that Joe Pooh got laughs? Earl, maybe I'm crazy here. I know you're still battered and bruised from the lie, but I have no one else. Didn't Pooh get some laughs?
Pooh got a lot of laughs.
What fucking laugh has Eastside Dave ever got? Roberto? I'm small, Dave. That's all. I'm just really small. What do I think? I could start saving fucking money just sitting here doing these people's acts over and over and over. I eat my own poo. Hello, this is Gooling. See, these are all easy to do. Hi, everyone. It's Fessy.
I don't think that sounds like me.
It sounds exactly like you. Although, I admit, you don't do with Fez all the time. Fez only gets done anymore during catty moments or one of those Fezatorials.
Yeah, sometimes Fez, leaves the building or something.
What's that mean?
I don't know. It's like, not catty all the time, Fez.
Yeah. Be catty right now.
I could be catty right now, I guess. Let's see.
No, just be like when you're catty Fez. How do you act?
Oh, when I'm catty Fez, it's a lot like, nice going, Earl, where it's the backhanded compliment Fez.
I don't know if that's catty Fez.
You don't think so?
Was that catty Fez, Earl?
No, he's a lot more cattier.
That's cattier than catty Fez?
He's confused again. He's very confused. Dave, you're on Fez.
Hey, I've got 2 points. Hopefully I can get both of them out. First of all...
You get 1 point.
I get 1 point?
Yeah.
All right, check it out, Earl. You need to stand up. Man the fuck up, okay? Are you that insecure in your job that you can't debate, Ron? Don't agree with it, man. That's why you bottle this shit up so much, and then you explode. Let it out little by little instead of all at once.
All right, there you go. Thanks for your good point. Earl, he's put it out there for you. He's making it happen.
And we've disagreed on things. And
did you hear that swallow?
Yeah.
He's swallowing what he really wants to say.
No, I'm saying we've disagreed on things.
What have we disagreed on? The black vote. Other than the black vote, you and I have agreed on everything. And he was the one who didn't think we should have it.
I remember the time Ronnie talked you out of restitutions.
You know what I'm going to do for you, Earl, today? And this is just to try to make up between me and you. I'm going to take you to the abortion clinic. And just let you see it's not as scary as you think.
That'll be fun, actually. I think we could have a good time.
It's a great place to pick up chicks. Because you know you're just going to get your knob done.
And they're nice and vulnerable, too.
Yeah, because they'll do that. Can't do it for 6 weeks. I go, well, your mouth didn't get fucking operated on. Let's not make a big deal about that.
Ronnie, we got another goal on the World Cup. The Ivory Coast scores this time, so now it's 2-1.
They're the comeback kids. That was a hell of a shot, too. That looks like Vernon Reed just fucking scored that goal. I don't know how he pulled it off. This guy can do everything. Ryan, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Earl definitely got a girl pregnant. Her name was, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Run for it.
For one brief moment, it felt like you were going to do a joke. For one brief moment, it felt like, yeah, today's my day. Paul, you're on Run Fez.
18671 checking in.
Hey, buddy.
Wasn't it Joe Pooh who knocked out Al Dukes at the Big Ass Night of Fights?
Everybody knocked out Al Dukes. Al Dukes got knocked out by Joe Pooh. He got knocked out by Earl. And he got knocked out by Rory Hamptons. And the funny thing is, by the time Rory came around, Al was a much better fighter and almost beat Rory. It was more that it wasn't so much that he got knocked out, but he exhausted himself against Rory.
Yeah, I think that one went around 12 rounds, where, Earl, when did you take out Al Dukes in his second fight?
2 minutes into the first round.
And remember, he had a heavy flu at the time.
Yeah, he was sick as a dog. I didn't even want to fight him.
He left from the ring to the hospital.
Yeah, they IV'd him right after they carried him off on a stretcher and IV'd him and put him in the ambulance.
And then the listeners went over and started to rock the ambulance, and they were chanting, "Die, faggot, die," which is awful. Now in hindsight, that's awful.
It almost looked like the Dooku Kim fight.